Yes. Byron, the Daily Hi-Fi crew is, maybe into sound bars if it's the right application. Not sure everybody's into them. But
what I would say is we're trying to look for the best possible sound bar, right? So it's not like sound bars versus, typical
dedicated system.
Yeah, because it's always going to lose.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? They're smaller speakers, but like, what's the best sound bar you can get? That might be interesting, right?
So,
what's going to be closest?
You pick up a good
at a
point,
certain price point,
Joe. Is so that inflection point where how much do you pay for a sound bar until it's so expensive that you might as well move over to a full 9.2.4? I mean,
I think that's
what is
somewhere
that
around
price?
like it's somewhere around like 1,000 to 1,200.
I think
So
it's
1,200, you move over to separates. Is that
No.
I mean, that what is that? The Sennheiser? Is that Sennheiser?
Ambio?
Ambio?
$2,000 thing?
Yeah, if
Is
it's
it
like
2,000 or
$3,000 or something.
2,400?
It's 2,400, huh?
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, I've got the OSD 11.3 speaker system, which was $1,000, and then on sale for like $900. Pair that with a Denon X3600H and get like a tiny little 50-watt amplifier for the rest of your high channels. You got 7.3.4 for $2,000.
Yeah.
That's nuts. And then, I'm actually going to put that in here in this studio. So I'm going to have 11.3. I'm still trying to find space for the third subwoofer. I know I can put one under this desk. I can put one under the synthesizer table here. Underneath I don't think there's room underneath my keyboard, but
you gotta be bumping up there, man.
well, half the problem is with this, like, I work from home, and I always have, even before COVID, unless I had to do an event, right? And then my wife was working at a restaurant. Well, now when I would review stuff was when I had 6 hours when my wife wasn't home, and then the kid was at school and whatever. Kid, he's like a senior. But and I would just blast music and movies. So I'd go through like 3 movies, on my big system upstairs. And so now I'm like, well, I can't really do that because everybody's home. So if I make a little space in here, then I could just sit here and blast movies and stuff. Like,
well, your whole room is like the size of my apartment, so you should be happy.
this is actually the biggest room in the house, oddly enough.
Nice.
Weird mammoth homes. Like this level, the first floor has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Upstairs is the living, kitchen, dining, master bedroom, and master bath. So these are all, weird rental property things.
About the soundbar. So Sonos sound systems. So I've tried to figure out what the least expensive Sonos surround sound system would be. And I've actually made a video a while back about it. It was the Sonos Beam combined with those IKEA. They did that partnership with IKEA, and you could get a pair for like $100. But the problem is you also have to pair that with their subwoofer, which is like $700 or $800, right? And so it's still not that cheap, although it was pretty decent. It was a good sounding little system, but it's not going to compete with a dedicated surround sound system. And somebody asked about Vizio. They have some very inexpensive stuff. And so when you're talking about that extreme end of the spectrum, whereas Vizio has like a $98, goes on sale for $80-something. Well, now it's at the point, how are you going to compare that to anything?
Yeah.
Right?
I actually have
under $100. So
I have the Vizio Elevate soundbar
the new one.
Yeah, the new one, which has the Dolby Atmos speakers that actually tilt up once it hears and sees a Atmos signal.
Oh wow,
kind of cool. And then that's also the cool part about this room is actually have like a proper ceiling. I can actually now review a soundbar without just being like, oh, this sounds like ass, because upstairs is like 4,000 cubic feet and like all slanted ceilings.
Yeah.
And so a lot of obstacles there. What's up? Australia is in the house. There was a question here.
Here, let me just show while you're finding that.
So B, the installer, he's done a bunch of Sonos installs. So if you want to check out his channel, I think he just did a big Sonos upgrade if you want to check that out. I know there's been some issues with the Sonos Arc not working well with Sony's Arc in the TVs. Like
Sony's Arc.
Sonos Arc. Why did they call it the Arc? Because ARC like
confusion.
audio return channel that you were going to have to hook up the ARC to the TV via ARC, and now we're just saying the same damn 3 letters, and no one.
Then when you
has,
have it connected to your Anthem room correction, now you're really screwed.
now you got 3 ARCs.
Yeah. So somebody's doing a lot of copying out there.